Hacking. Both are both mean the same or yes, we need to have this ideology. First, we need to get the ideology clear at the start of the session so that we can associate ourselves in activity. So I just want some 10% of cloud, 9 to 10 members to put your opinions on this. Please. I just want, we have some 100 students in that attendees list. How many students? Around, yes, 98 students in the attendees list. I want just 10% of the students to work on this. To work on the this warming up in the subject warming up morning. What is guest hopping and how it is relevant to hyperjacking? Both mean the same or both are different. So kindly share your input so that once we get a um, uh, once we collaborate a common definition for these things, we can get into the subject. Can we do that?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So basically, I was absent yesterday, and you had asked the students to form some groups.
Yes. Just I'll share this thing with at the end of the session. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. I'll share. Thank you. Sure, please. Thanks for remaining. Okay. So basically, uh, we need to have understanding of what is hopping and what is guest hopping in the terms of that internetwork network communications. Okay, so hopping is okay. Hopping is taken as a scenario. So the um, what is transmitted inside the internet network, let we call as a packets. Okay, let the data what we call as a we given in a special name to the data what we call as a packets. We call that data that is traveling inside the communication network or inside the internet network what we call as a data. Uh, what do you say, packets. Okay, from source machine to destination machine, that packets need to travel and between multiple number of machines, multiple number of yeah, internet working hardware devices like switches, routers, host 2, like that. Okay, so the process of traveling or passing through these elements are referred to a hopping. Okay, hopping. In some you studied in some network simulators or kind of thing. Okay, some network simulators, or you studied in packet analysis. Packet analysis, you try to analyze the packets. Okay, we come up with a term called hop count. Hop count means the number of nodes or number of devices where the process where the packets come across or traveled through. Okay, so it is a intermediate point. From the intermediate points, the packets need to traverse from the source to destination. Okay, guest hopping means, okay, so some attacker, okay, so it's if there are four virtual machines, assume there are four virtual machines that are being configured in a virtual environment. Means the guest hopping means, okay, the attacker or the intruder, okay, try to start from the first machine. He checks the possibility of getting into the virtual machines from the first machine to the fourth machines. Okay, okay, he hops from all the machines, try all the machines. For example, there are four machines, he try to bypass all the four machines. This scenario is generically called as a guest hopping. This is one way of understanding. Okay, one way of understanding. Another definition we can give to a guest hopping. Okay, so you are a virtual machine. You are named as a malicious virtual machine. So you are being inside the environment, virtualized environment. Okay, so we already studied that each virtual machine is isolated, cannot have a communication among themselves. Okay, there is no strictly no virtual machines cannot communicate among the another virtual machines. Okay, it communicate to the host operating systems. Okay, host operating systems. Okay, so in this scenario, so guest hopping. Okay, so it's trying to moving from my own virtual machine environment to the another environment, to another trying to moving from this environment into the another virtual machines. Okay, if I cannot enter, I cannot capture the particular virtual machines, I can move to a further, I can go with another option. Okay, so this is something called hyper jumping or hyper jacking or guest hopping. Okay, these terms are used. This what do you say, guest hopping, this hyperjacking, hyper jumping. So these are the terms which are exclusively used to mean the same thing. Okay, to mean the same thing. That is, so it's a kind of penetration. Okay, penetration into another virtual machine environment, either from the outside either from the outside or either from the inside in the virtualization environment itself. So this is the basic understanding of the guest hopping. So according to me, in general term, in a generalized point of view, this guest hopping and this hyperjacking or hyper jumping, okay, means a same. Okay, guest hopping means it. Okay, so guest hopping means there are two scenarios. The attacker, for example, the attacker trying to uh, capture or yes bypass or surpass a particular virtual machine. First concept, okay. Or the hyperjacking means hyperjacking is like it's a kind of hyper jumping. It's moving from his own virtual machine into the another virtual machine environment for attacking purpose. Okay, okay. So attacking purpose. So once it is compromised, he can take control of the entire virtual environment. So this with the so we have a lot of inputs from the students. Okay. Um, so in guest swapping, an attacker tries to access one virtual machine with the help of another. In the hyperjacking, the attacker takes control of the hypervisor and install a fake hypervisor to take over the control. Okay, so okay, so guest swapping is when an attacker uses one virtual machine to attack another hosted on the same hardware, whereas hyperjacking is we take the control of hypervisor. Okay, so guest swapping is used to find the virtual machines. Once we find the virtual machines, we can plan for a hyperjacking. Okay, we can plan for the hyperjacking. So this is a basic security vulnerability in the virtualization environment. So we are going to learn in the next 1 or 2 classes about this exclusively on this hyperjacking and exclusively the VM migration concepts. Okay, okay. So let's start with okay. So to before studying the virtualization specific system attacks, okay, system attacks, we want to study some. We need to warm up what are the actual threats available in the virtualization environment. Okay. So as I mentioned in some of the previous classes, the threats which are common to the networking environment is also applicable to the virtualization environment also. Again, I'm repeating what are the threats, okay, which are applicable to the internetworking domain is also applicable to the virtualization system also. Okay, for example, so most of the threats in virtualization systems were derived from the internetworking domain. Okay, internetworking domain or in any networking domain. Okay, for example so we have might have heard about this word denial of service. Okay, denial of service attack was a century old attack. Okay, the same attack, the same scenario can be replicated, same scenario can be done in the virtualized environment also. So there is so the attacks are, what I want to try to mean from this slide is the attacks are very similar. The attacks are attack vectors are very similar in terms of both the internetworking domain and as well as the virtualization environment as well. Okay, even though we have some exclusive specific attacks that can done only in the virtualization environment, that is we are going to discuss in the coming chapters. Okay, so most of the virtual machine vulnerabilities arise from the fact, okay, arise from the fact, okay, arise from the concept called guest hopping. Okay, so if one virtual machine is vulnerable, one virtual machine is vulnerable, one virtual machine is susceptible to an attack means, so it causes the entire virtual machine vulnerable, entire virtual environment vulnerable. Okay, if one virtual machine can be exploited, means from that exploitation they can control, they can take control of all the other virtual machines in the environment, or even to the guest operating systems or guest hardware environment, that hypervisor. Okay, what are all the things which are associated with a particular virtual machine can also be vulnerable. So that is a second factor. Okay, so because why it is possible means, so all the virtualizations, for example, it's very simple. Okay, you can slide, you can the second line, it's very simple to the corona effect in our homes. Okay, in one of our housemates are affected by corona, means there is a possibility of who are all associated with our house members may get a chance to get affected with the corona. The same thing happens here. The same life, real life situations applicable here. Okay, so yeah. So if one virtual machine can be exploited, means, so there is a possibility of the virtual machine, there are the other virtual machines in the same environments can also get affected, or the virtual machines which are running on the top of which is controlled by the hypervisor get affected. The virtual machine which is controlled by the admin virtual machine, there is a possibility that can be affected, and the hardwares which on which the virtual machines are run can also be affected. So these are some of the virtual generic threats that we can experience in the virtualization environment. So most of the virtual machine vulnerabilities stem from the fact that a vulnerability in one virtual machine system can cause a damage to the entire virtualization environment. From this diagram, you have seen, you are seeing a diagram in that slide 1. Okay, the diagram simply states about the environment of the virtualization. Okay, so we have a hardware setup. On top of hardware we have a hypervisor. Okay, so if a application inside the virtual machine one is exploited, means, so the exploitation, there is a possibility of the exploitation that can applicable to the hypervisor. That is what we have, that Red Hat Enterprise Linux hypervisor, and exploitation can be further move to the other virtual machines also. This is a simple diagram that we saw a lot of this kind of diagrams in the previous units and previous slides. Okay, just a visual representation of how the exploitations can be take different directions from one virtual machine, so that is a basics warm up about the subject, so going to the second slide. Okay, so there are some unique what is it practices that we are doing in the virtualization environment. Okay, through that unique practices, they have some most of the researchers found those vulnerabilities can happen by some unique tools that we are using exclusively in the virtualization environment. Okay, so there are some unique software, some unique tools and tools that we are doing the virtualization environment. So the most of the attacks that happen apart from capturing the virtual machines, there are other some possibilities, vulnerability exposures in these areas also. So they have identified some new things. Okay, so shared clipboard, first concept is called a shared clipboard. So this shared clipboard, okay, it is a collaborative platform. It's a collaborative platform, so it helps us to transfer data between the virtual machine and the host. Okay, virtual machine and the host. So it provides a means of data interchange between the malicious program in different virtual machine to the different so it helps us to transfer the malicious code from the one affected virtual machine to the another virtual machine. Okay, so I want you to do a simple do it yourself activity on what are the shared clip, what is a shared clipboard. Okay, what are the any unique softwares or any applications that helps to do a shared clipboard in the virtualization environment. So let me put the same thing in the what do you say? Okay, what is some real implementation examples of shared clipboard. So what is a clipboard in our laptop? What is a clipboard? What is the use of a clipboard in
So
our?
it's what we copy and paste from.
Yeah, simple. Just if you are copying something, it logs the content. It logs the content in some buffer. Okay, and okay buffer, and we can paste. It's simply a copy, control C control V kind of thing. That is a clipboard. Okay, clipboard. So what does that? Can you find some real implementation examples of shared clipboard in virtualization environment? Can you come up with some names? Environment. Okay. Some real implementation of shared clipboard in virtualization environment. So the clipboard or it's a collaborative platform. It's being shared between the uh, guest machines or guest virtual machines to the host, to the underlying host machine, or sometimes okay, sometimes it's a kind of the same shared clipboard can be shared between the virtual machines also. 133 shared disk information. So can we get some, what are the some popular shared clipboard implementations in the virtualization environment? Some real-time examples of shared clipboard in virtualization environment. Can we Google, and somebody knows this concept can share so that other students a peer learning activity can happen?
So shared clipboard is in VirtualBox. It is already present as an option. So when we go machines and we in devices, we can turn on shared clipboard and shared folders also. So it is internally there in virtual management platforms.
So can you please type that content in that text box, please?
Yes.
Please. So that was a good input from Sakit Upadhyay. Can you type those things so that we can explore further on that shared clipboard?
we start with the JavaScript. So after this completing somewhat with the JavaScript.
So I have some image that I feel it's appropriate to share with you so that you can think in my own way. So let me share some real implementation of this Odysseus. This shared clip somewhere out. So some just open the image and see. Open the image and see. Just okay. So there is a shared clipboard preview between the VMware Hyper-V and the to the virtualization environment to the Windows 10 host machine. So this is how the clipboard is. Okay, clipboard is okay.
In the class note section, which is after which is the evening. Okay, how long you are going to run your classes? Is it afternoon or up to 4:30? 4:30. So I will verify it at 6:30. Okay. So before 6:30, all the questions need to be answered until 4:30. Okay. The 4:30 should be in the form of your entire.
Okay, some 119 again shared content. Okay, shared host to guest. Okay, so he's is so that is the good guest to host by direction. Good. So I want to get this kind of thing. Some virtualization. So what you want to learn from this shared clipboard is some virtualization supports exclusively Oracle VM environment supports this shared clipboard. Some other VM, I don't think VMware contains this clipboard facility. It is hidden. I think you cannot enable that. We can do it as a addition as an extension in the environment. Okay, environment. So this is a shared clipboard. You can disable it. You can give now he is enabled in host to guest mode, guest to host mode by direction. Okay, good. So that's a good. Thank you for sharing that uh, shared clipboard in the VirtualBox. Shared clipboard screenshot. Okay, so that we can go with. We can really understand what is the meaning of shared clipboard. Okay, so it's a kind of sharing our folder. Is a kind of sharing our file sharing concept or sharing your contents between the different two environments. So this is a point. This is a point. Okay, this is a point. Okay, so of vulnerability. This is one point of vulnerability in the virtualization environment. So through the shared clipboard, there is a possibility of moving data from between from the affected virtual machines environment to the host operating systems, or the affected virtual machine to the affected virtual machines. There is a possibility of code injection, code injection or malware injection from one environment to other environment. So the shared clipboard is the first point of vulnerability in the virtualization environment. Apart from that, we had about that via migration is the via migration or swapping. We have the hyperjacking everywhere. Okay, so we have the main thing. In addition to that, on top of that, so shared clipboard is also one possibility of possible area of vulnerability, possible area in which a vulnerability can happen. Second thing is thank you for the inputs. Thank you for the inputs. Thank you for the inputs. Okay. Second thing is a keystroke logging. So the keystroke logging. Okay. Okay. So keystroke logging is a very the name reads a simple thing. So keystroke logging is we are recording the taps what we are tapping in the keyboard into the machine. So it's a very easy way to find the username or password. So at the you can the authentication can be easily authentication concept authentication can be conditions can be easily copied by this keyboard logging and all. Okay, so what are the types of keyboard keystroke logging? So is it a hardware based or is it a software based? Keystroke logging is a hardware based or a software based? Keystroke logging is a hardware based or a software based?
So it can be both. There are
Okay.
separate hardware
Okay.
also and
Yeah,
software.
what do you say? Keystroke logging. Okay, keystroke logging can either be a software or a hardware. Okay, a keystroke can be either a software or a hardware. So software means we have a application which is installed to our machines, which hide itself and it records all the stroke or do you say keyboard tap patterns. Okay, so from the tap patterns we can guess the probability of the usernames or passwords are that. Okay, and what is a hardware? What is a hard what does how does the keyboard what is it key logging using a hardware